Hi guys, today I'll be discussing the SpongeBob episode, which is a season 2, episode 28 of the episode Christmas Who. So, let's just start the story already. So, apparently, Patchy the Pirate was and Polly the Parrot apparently sets up Christmas in NCO, California. So eventually, Patchy sets up pictures of SpongeBob and Patrick onto the mantelpiece and puts up his various SpongeBob team ornaments and bakes Christmas cookies, the dough of which Polly eats. And Patchy also takes the open letter of a fan who asks SpongeBob to like Christmas as much as he does. Patchy remarks that there is once a time in Bikini Bottom that was unheard of and decides to tell the tale. Christmas Who. Outside Sandy's tree dome, SpongeBob is dressed into his karate gear and preparing to give Sandy a surprise sneak attack. Inside, Sandy is putting out the Christmas lights, which SpongeBob mistakes as fire and tries to pull it out of the seawater. After recovering from the drenching, Sandy is shocked to hear that SpongeBob has never heard of Christmas and tells him about it. Later at the Krusty Krab, SpongeBob passes the story of Bikini Bottom on to Patrick, Squidward, and Mr. Krabs, and everyone in Bikini Bottom, except for Squidward, which was excited for the idea that has to put a lot of Christmas letters into the glass bottles, and that's how Act 1 ends. So Act 2, when SpongeBob was sending the last of his letters to Santa, and finds out that Squidward has not written his letter yet, SpongeBob and a few citizens tried to write a letter to have the Christmas spirit, but it fails. Unfortunately for that, there was the arrival for Santa, and Squidward, who refuses to believe in Santa Claus, takes no part of any verse. The people began to sing until morning. They realized that Santa has not come. Everyone leaves in disappointment, and they called SpongeBob out of his lying. Unfortunately for that, SpongeBob was heartbroken because Squidward apparently comes out at last. He laughed at SpongeBob's humiliation and caused him to cry. It takes a photo to commemorate the occasion. SpongeBob was sad, but Squidward apparently hands a present. Squidward was still skeptical to have a present right here, and he apparently brings Christmas joy. So Squidward goes back inside his house, and it was approached by a little girl asking him for his present. So eventually, what I'm gonna say is, Squidward really did like an awful thing to SpongeBob because Squidward apparently refused to believe what SpongeBob apparently said about Santa. So apparently that's true because, it's Christmas already, and fortunately for that, I would say that Christmas is all about giving. It's all about spending time with your family. It's not all the time saying that you want to celebrate Christmas for nothing just because of that. It doesn't mean that way. It doesn't matter if what religion you are, but apparently I just say is this. So once for all, after a loss of seeing Santa, he dismisses himself and becomes a sage with a new clarinet before going back inside. When finishing the story off, Patchy had to deal with Potty, which was perching on the head, and which touches Patchy's heart. And unfortunately for that, with Patchy preoccupied, the narrator starts up things off wishing a good night and happy holidays to end the special. So, what will I say about this episode of Christmas Who? Well, I'll just say Christmas Who is a time of giving. It's a time of giving out presents. It's a time of spending your loved ones. And what Squidward did was a very, very awful thing. Taking a photo of SpongeBob is not cool. You could end up on the naughty list. I know SpongeBob well because, I watched this show in my childhood, and if you could see the video right here, I'm sorry I cannot show you the video because it is copyrighted, and unfortunately for that, I'm not allowed to show any video which is related to Nickelodeon or Disney, especially Coin Master, because I don't want myself to get terminated. So I'm just reading from here, and sometimes I'll show my face, sometimes I won't. It depends on what I do. But anyways guys, that's all the discussion I really had saying about the story of this episode that came out in 2020, which is Christmas Who. But anyways guys, this is me, Wheeling the Tomboy Gamer, signing off.